Next month, a contingent of 12 karate players will be enrooted to France for the forthcoming World Karate Championship slated for the 23rd. The team has been polishing up at the Moi Sports Center Kasarani in readiness for the World Showpiece. Kenya will be making a comeback since 1996 in South Africa. This is our topic of discussion today on our interactive segment with Mr. Kale Batemi, the chairman of the Kenya Karate Federation. Welcome to our studios.
Thank you very much.
I am glad you could join us today.
I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Well, let us start by you telling us how are the preparations coming along so far?
They're going on very well, despite the difficulties. The team meets at the Kasarani Sports Complex every day, and they do 3 to 4 hours training Monday to Friday. So it's been tough for them, but we're hoping that we shall have a good team.
For how long have you prepared so far? When did you start your preparations, and what are some of the challenges that you've been going through?
It's been ongoing. Almost every month the team is exposed to either a tournament or some kind of event to keep them prepared. But what they really need is exposure. We last sent them to Burundi about 2 months ago as the best we came to having international exposure. But so far so good. Yes.
It's over a decade since Kenya went to the World Tournament. That is from 1996.
Very long time.
Yes, so many things have maybe changed. So what can we expect, or what are you guys expecting out there? Actually,
we are going there almost on an adventure. Adventure in that if you've been out for so long, you really don't know what to expect. The game of karate has changed, just like football. The rules keep changing. So we are taking our boys there and girls for exposure. We hope to learn from the world's best. We hope to give them the best, because in Africa we are among the best. And we believe that we'll come back with something positive. Yes.
The last time you guys participated in the championship, hopefully you were there. How was the performance?
That time was not an official, but in the world stage we haven't been very frequent. It's just that one feature. And I think we are eliminated in the what you call primaries, but you do very well in Africa. And the reasons are very simple. The challenges that we have are that other teams globally prepare for karate for a very long time. For instance, Egypt, which is an African powerhouse, has about 7 national teams, and any time of the year, then one particular part of the world preparing for these championships. So 2 years ago, they began the road to Paris. And they take their teams to Japan, to Italy, to France, to the USA. They spend months there, because that's specifically what they're employed to do. Most of them are military people, employed to play karate for the nation. So if they've been there for 2 years on daily basis, ours is probably 4 intensive months in a year. It becomes pretty difficult to begin measuring ourselves with them. But ironically, when we meet them at African stage, we give them a run for their money, which means, in my view, that we have the best skills, among the best in the world. All we need is proper exposure and proper attention.
Most of the time we've seen maybe the karate and other teams, maybe like taekwondo, being let down by the government. What has the government promised this time around, and do you think they will come through?
Last month we were supposed to go to Morocco for the African Championships, and the Ministry of Sports approved a contingent, just like this one, 12, to go to Morocco. But they delayed the file. I think something happened, some bureaucracy somewhere in the PS office. And by the time the file came out, the approvals, the games already started. So we couldn't make it to Morocco. We are really praying hard that they release the funds this Monday, because we need at least a week and a half to prepare for visas for France.
So we are talking about tomorrow?
Yes. So we hope that tomorrow we'll have the file released from the PS office, that we can pursue the visas to France. Otherwise, I would say that the Ministry of Sports has been very supportive in the past 2 years. My only wish is that the government could come up with a policy to classify karate and other sports as among the key sports in the country. At the moment, there's more focus on football and athletics, a little bit of rugby. Other sports are just classified as others, which is not really a good thing for sporting culture in the country.
Then we are talking about 12 slots. Is
Yes.
that enough for a world championship? Do you feel that that's enough? Or maybe you want the government to maybe support more?
Well, we are grateful for 12. Sometimes you thank God for what you get. I would have loved to take more people there. I know other contingents will bring huge squads, even up to 20 plus. Some countries will bring 30. Because we've got various categories. We've got the kata category, we've got the committee, you have individual, you have teams. So there are countries that will take teams for committee, teams for kata, and they take people for individual championships. So that way they already have an advantage over you. But 12, we are grateful if we get it. That is basically 10 players and 2 officials.
All right. Have you maybe approached some corporates to see if they can give a helping hand? Do you have any sponsors in mind, or have you approached any so far?
The people we've approached are KPA. We've approached Mumia Sugar. In the past, I tried Safaricom, but my biggest and then Kenya Trust Board was very useful, but for local tournaments. But the government is our key supporter. Most corporates still do not treat karate and taekwondo and judo seriously. I think there's a misconception that those are violent sports. They call them contact sports. Ironically, they're the most disciplined sports in the world. If you watch a game of karate, there'll be less injuries in a whole day of karate event, and there'll be injuries in 90 minutes of football.
Yeah, sure.
But the world looks at it differently. We are so disciplined in karate, we don't injure each other. We really don't fight. We train people to be self-disciplined. You use karate only as a last resort. It's actually a game for enhancing peace. Personally, I've been championing karate for several reasons. One, I've been approaching companies, and some of them are slowly accepting the idea. Say karate as a health sport, to promote health. Say karate as a well-being sport. We promote what do you call it? People who want to manage their weight. Karate is the best you can ever go for. Then we've got anti-rep classes.
Yeah, sure.
For both men and women. And we're also promoting karate for VIP bodyguards.
Yeah.
So there are many key aspects. There are many companies whose employees are suffering because of lack of physical fitness. And the best physical fitness sport you can ever get is karate. I always tell people that 2 hours, 1 hour in karate is like 4 hours in the gym.
Yeah, sure. In case nothing happens, like when you guys were going to Morocco, the support came in too late. We are just assuming if the same happened, how is this going to affect the team? It will be devastating because the boys and girls are psyched, they are ready. They actually cried when they missed the Morocco flight. There was a lot of tears. Can imagine you've been training very hard for a whole year. Then you're told the week of travel that you can't go. So it will be devastating if they don't go. And I'm really pleading with the PS Sports to approve the slots that was given by the committee, led by Commissioner of Sports, Gordon Oloch, so that our people can go and test the world. I think in Morocco there was a gold that came back. Was it part of karate, or who won the gold?
Actually, the gold that you got not from Morocco, it was from South Africa.
Oh, yeah.
There was what you call the World Gojuru Championships, so Africa Gojuru Championships, where the team captain for the Kenya team, Mr. Kiari, brought gold to Kenya, which is a major achievement because that was Africa's best meeting to showcase karate. So if you can get gold at that level, it means getting gold at the World Championship is not a far-fetched thing.
What can Kenyans expect from you, and what would you tell the government?
We train our people to be champions, to think like champions, to act like champions. So we're going there believing that we'll do our best, we'll give the world our best, and I think we'll bring the best that we can afford to bring. And all I'm telling the government that if they put more focus on these disciplined sports like karate and taekwondo, for instance, they stand a chance of getting more gold medals than they even harvest in other sports. because with these individual skills or team skills, you can bring a lot to this country. Yeah.
Lastly, when are you guys expected to leave the country?
If we get everything in order, then we should be out of Kenya by the 18th of November.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
I hope this time around the government will release the funds early enough for you guys to go to Morocco.
That's my prayer.
All right. Well, we are almost coming to the end of the show, but before we call it a day, let's take a look at the weather forecast. Well, this has been GBS News Panorama Sports segment, The Score. Thank you very much for keeping it GBS. My name is Florence Nongo. I hope to see you next Sunday, same place, same time. But for now, bye-bye.